PlayBoi Carti is known for being the vibes type of guy. He doesn't focus on lyrics, and he focuses more on flow, cadence, feel, and melody. His music has become an apex marker for his specific subgenre of hip-hop. Some may dislike Carti for his simplistic and ridiculous way of rapping, and a lot of people denounce him as one of the reasons hip-hop has problems today, and others disagree and believe Carti to be one of the best talents to be out in hip-hop today. Regardless of which side you land on, both lend merit and both contain a part of the truth about Carti. Carti represents freedom and carefreeness. Carti started out in the mid-2010s, working with A$AP Rocky, Lil Uzi Vert, and the like for most of his career. His debut project PlayBoi Carti garnered a lot of fans and really blew Carti on the scene. He was instantly lumped in with all the other SoundCloud mumble rappers. He seemed to be another bleep in the game, and that he would fade away like so many others. Yet as time went on, Carti only grew in popularity. He kept growing and growing until he gained a large loyal fan base. Memes were made about him, and he became part of the hip-hop scene for a good amount of time. Now, years later, Carti's on the verge of his biggest moment in time in hip-hop. With a great desire for his music, Carti has been stalling for a long time now though, constantly teasing new music, but never releasing any. Before we go into Whole Lotta Red and what it can be musically, let's go back in time and look at what Carti has done in music and what kind of music he makes and how he makes it. The biggest thing to know about Carti is that he specializes in creating a vibe. That's it. End of the video, guys. Goodbye. Psych, nah, I'm just playing. The way he creates a vibe though is what makes his music so beloved. People aren't always looking for complexity, and sometimes they want something simple, and Carti succeeds in doing this really well. He puts all his energy on picking an aesthetic, sound, style to create his crazy, fun, hedonistic, and cartoonish world. The lyrics are merely add-ons. Carti flips the tradition of hip-hop being more about the lyrics than anything else, and makes it more about the vibe and the feel of the song. Much like his counterparts, Young Thug, Uzi Vert, and Future. The lyrics are just another instrument. You're not meant to comprehend Carti, you're meant to feel him. He does this with instrumentals, images, videos, and fashion, and a little bit of punk rage. Let's look at the first stop, the instrumentals. The beats are the biggest part of Carti's arsenal. Carti always wanted to sound like a video game. He wanted that aesthetic. His beats in terms of feels can be trippy, psychedelic, mellow, hyped, and smooth. They almost take you into another world, that world being Super Mario Kart. It can be innocent and it can be a bit aggressively energetic, in a good way. He brings fun and laid backness. He uses a big heavy 808 which is hard hitting. He takes out the kicks most of the time or brings it in late. His usual drum sounds are snares, claps, and a punchy kick again when used. The melodies he tends to use tend to be samples, so Carti will sample video game sounding samples, such as piano melodies, ambient, spacious pads, trippy melodic loops, and many more. Most of this production was done by Pierre Bourne and a myriad of other producers like Southside, Molly Raw, Harry Fraud, and many more. In the beginning, and as his career went on, he stripped back into even more simplicity with his production, like in the project Die Lit. The topic and subject content Carti talks about are drugs, lean, bitches, cars, fashion, and being a bad bitch. His lyrics further reinforce the world you're in and enhances the ride. They paint a simple picture and there aren't much use of clever rhymes, wordplay, or traditional lyrical songwriting. His voice can range from regular to baby voice. It was recently Carti began with the baby voice in songs like Molly, Kid Cudi, Pain 1993 with Drake, and many more. That baby voice is seen as the greatest thing by some and the most annoying by others. The next thing is to look at his aesthetics and by token his fashion interest. Carti also does a lot of fashion talk in his music, and he does fashion as well. He is known for dropping name brands all the time in his music, like a typical materialistic rapper. Carti talks about and wants the finer things in life, from expensive clothes, cars, women, and drugs to expensive meals. Carti will sport most foreign name brand clothes. I think he's even modeled as well. The next thing to look at is the music videos. The music videos carry a lot of visual imagery and trippy effects like the one seen in Magnolia. His edits for his leaks are usually crazy too, since that's the culture he's inspired. The videos are also just a basic imagery of all he talks about in his music. Things like guns, being a gangster, doing fashion shit, going to the club, doing drugs, and overall having hedonistic fun. There are no realisms in Carti's world, just fantasy. He doesn't talk about where some of these habits and fun can lead to. He lets more conscious folks do that, like Kendrick or Cole, for example. Yep, just unadulterated, careless, dooming fun with Carti. The other thing to look at is how loved and how much his growth is because of leaks. Some of them aren't even the best quality, yet fans still remix them and listen to them, showing his effect on these diehard fans. Carti has made a career strictly off small Vine length leaks videos. That's the biggest luck and skill I've seen. It really hit its peak with the full song leak, Kid Cudi. Then of course there was the Molly leak, which is another one of his famous leaks. PlayBoi Carti also carries a dynamic love and hate in almost everything he does. It's a big part about his career in music, and he's an ultimate embodiment example of the old school versus new school battle. Some people don't even consider him music and think he's a fool who will die off soon, career-wise of course. Others think he's a revolutionary. I don't believe Carti to be the greatest thing ever, but I do think he does represent fun in its simplest form, and that has radiated with people these past few years. Will it stand the test of time like other artists? Perhaps not, and that's okay. He is here now and lots of people enjoy him. Overall, these are all the things that make up Carti and his crazy, trippy, fashionista, almost anime and punk world. Talk about fashion, drugs, being a rock star, dress like one, be careless, prioritize melody and vibe over lyrics and substance, and you got yourself a PlayBoi Carti, more or less. Going into his next few years in music, only time will ultimately tell where he ends up.
Thanks so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe for more content and analyses just like this. Be safe, loving, and prosperous. Peace.